Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a user-side look at probably the biggest name in real estate browsing, Zillow.
Mhm.
We've been analyzing a really detailed user experience to try and figure out, what's the real story behind that slick interface.
Right.
So our mission is pretty simple. What are the undeniable benefits? And more importantly, what are the critical warnings you need to know before you make any big decisions?
And we're diving right into what our source calls a classic mixed bag.
A mixed bag.
Yeah. I mean, Zillow is undeniably excellent for just, getting a quick sense of the market
Yeah.
for browsing. But the core finding is non-negotiable. Heavy verification is mandatory.
You just can't take it as the final word.
Not at all.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's start with the easy stuff, the good stuff, the utility, and the convenience.
Yeah, the appeal.
The source notes are just so impressive on the sheer filtering power. The user found the website really easy to navigate. Excellent options to zero and by price, by bedrooms, by neighborhood. It just solves that first big hurdle of where to even start looking.
It absolutely does. And it's really designed to give you a ton of positive data right up front.
Right.
The platform gives you, and I quote, tons of information about the property, the area around it. If you're just trying to get a general feel for what a neighborhood costs, it's brilliant for that initial discovery phase.
Exactly. But that ease of use, that can hide some pretty major pitfalls, right?
Oh, yeah.
And this is where the source says serious users, they start running into trouble pretty quickly. So we have to pivot to the warnings.
Right. And the biggest frustration detailed here is just the time you waste. It comes from these outdated or inaccurate listings. Our user just kept noting the headache of finding a perfect place, getting excited, only to find out it was already sold or rented.
But it's still listed as active.
Still active. And if you're trying to move fast, that is a massive, massive waste of energy.
Okay, but before we move on from inaccuracies, we have to talk about the Zestimate. Everyone looks at that number.
Everyone.
But if we can't really use it for a financial decision, what's the point? Are these numbers just wildly off?
The source is crystal clear on this one. You have to take those valuations with a big grain of salt.
A big one.
A very big one. They can give you a rough market context, sure, but the warning is strict. Never, ever make any big financial decisions based solely on them. It's just an algorithm. It's not an appraisal.
This next point you found, though, this raises a really serious issue about trust.
Yeah, this one's tricky.
The user highlighted this deep suspicion about agent reviews on the site. They mentioned hearing that a lot might actually be generated by AI rather than real clients.
And that just undermines the whole system. What's so fascinating here is how that suspicion, it just poisons the well.
Right, because if you can't trust the agent endorsements, which are, crucial for finding help.
Exactly. It makes it incredibly hard to figure out what information on the entire platform is trustworthy.
Wow.
And to add to that, if you do run into an issue, the source says customer support is hit or miss. So don't expect quick fixes.
Okay, so let's bring it all home. What does this all mean for you, the person who's actually out there looking for a rental or a new house? The core takeaway seems simple. Zillow is a useful starting point, but it absolutely cannot be the final destination for your search.
That's it, exactly. If you connect this to the bigger picture, the platform's reliance on all this, user-generated and algorithmic data means you have to double-check everything.
Everything.
Everything. That means using external verifiable sources. We're talking actual agents, local listings, or county records. You have to do that before you commit any real time or money.
Given those strong claims about potentially AI-generated reviews, it raises a much bigger question for all of us, doesn't it?
Where are you going with this?
Well, how does this information overload, this saturation, combined with these opaque ways of generating it? How does that fundamentally change the way we evaluate trust on any consumer platform?
That's a good point.
Just, think about that next time you see a seemingly perfect 5-star rating anywhere online.